Oh my God, Mom.
There we
I
are.
could see how that could be a
So,
little
what do you think,
difficult.
my darling daughter? We are actually live.
I don't know. We haven't done anything
Well, we
yet.
have to wait for a few people to come in. Do you think people are going to come?
So what's
This
your
is Lee and
topic?
G.
What's
Well,
your,
we already told them the topic.
repeat it though for people that just came in.
Can mother and daughter be friends? We say no, but it takes many, many years. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Since you're old. I mean, you're old now.
You have people
You're
here.
not older than me yet, right?
I'm not older than you.
Okay, so it does take time.
So what are we doing?
Black Eagle, how you doing, girlfriend? This is my daughter. Hi, Black Eagle. Look at Black Eagle. What? I'm here. Let's go. Oh, okay, we're going. This is my daughter G. This is Lee and G, and the discussion is, can you be friends with your daughter? Right?
Mm-hmm. And the
But we
answer
said
is
no.
no.
No, the answer you can't be friends with your daughter. Okay, we discussed this,
Mhm.
but we're working on it, right?
We are friends. We have to explain to them how we
We're
got
explaining
here.
how we got here. This is how we got here. What are you talking about?
So I think what we want to talk about is how a lot of mothers
Yeah.
try to be their child's friend
Right.
when there needs to be some sort of boundaries there.
Correct.
And I think moms, maybe especially my generation of moms,
Is that me you're talking about?
no, my generation, like me, the people that are moms at my age, my generation,
Oh,
like my generation,
you mean like your
they're all
brother
about
who has children
pleasing
yet?
and yeah, like there's
Like
no discipline.
her brother has children. She does. She's not a mom yet, but
no,
she will be.
but no discipline there. You know what I mean? Like it's, the kids kind of rule it. Like growing up, I couldn't say certain words that, looking back, are like, like suck. I don't even like to say it as an adult.
No, we won't say those kind of words.
You know what
on
I
this
mean?
channel.
But I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
nowadays, these kids, the vocabularies are different. Anyway, I'm getting off track.
No, you're not. I think you're doing great.
But so now let's go back and forth. I think that's good. I'll talk about my experience as a child,
Okay.
because I'm also a teacher, right? So I know my
Yes.
students need discipline to
Yes.
grow,
Right.
but I'm loving,
Yeah.
and I guess you need that balance as a parent.
Right.
There's discipline there because you have to keep them on the track
Right.
of life to get
Right.
somewhere.
Right.
So as a kid, though, I'll say, obviously, your mother's always wrong. That's not going to happen to me. I mean, but I think you were probably the same way with your parents, right? Isn't that just part of being an
I don't know.
adolescent?
I mean, I was a small child in the 50s. You were a small child in the 80s.
Different, right?
Totally different.
Mhm.
When I was growing up, I mean, it's like three monkeys: hear nothing, see nothing, do nothing.
Right.
Children,
The kids
were,
weren't. They were
children
seen
were
but not
seen
heard.
and not heard.
Which is how you raised me, though.
Did I?
Yeah, I was told children are seen and not heard. I was like a little doll sitting on a chair at every party until I was like doll. 7. But no, was I not? Obviously, though, things changed when you raised your kids. You weren't as much, I'm sure, as your parents were.
Well, I mean, you sang in front of people. You were like a little doll we put up on a little make-believe stage.
But I grew up. I can only speak for myself. I can't speak
Yeah.
for my brother.
Yeah.
But I grew up of fear, like, don't do this, be good. I'm just saying there was a lot of discipline,
Right.
but there was a lot of love.
Right.
And there was a lot of, like you said, like you always remind me, you would take the days to spend with your daughter.
Right.
When you saw that I was going through my, like, crazy stage, whatever you want to call it.
Well, it's called the early teenage
adolescence,
years.
right?
The crazy adolescence.
Mm-hmm.
But what did I always say? I always felt children were like a fish. You keep them on the hook, throw them out there in the ocean, let them kind of roll around over there, and then when you think they're getting too close to the sharks or whatever, rile them in, and reel them in. And I kind of think that's what I did.
I think my brother got really close to the sharks. I didn't make it. I didn't never see a shark.
He got close to eating up. In fact, we had a great time with him tonight.
I think my brother was in the mouth of the shark. You wouldn't even let me even.
I wouldn't let you
my
do
mom's
anything.
making it sound like I think my brother got a lot of leeway, and I think because of his leeway, I got no way.
That's a good way of putting it. Your brother was always doing something crazy, and I think you were always, well, you're almost 4 years apart from your brother, which we spent a wonderful night with, right? And he just was there wasn't a moment where he didn't bring us some excitement. And I think you would hear the reprimands and all the problems he
So
was
I just
getting
stayed in
into.
my room and
So
I
she just
knitted the
stayed
way
in-
my mother taught me.
Well, you never learned how to knit. You
Not knit.
pretended.
What is it? The crocheting. No, you taught me, and then you'd have to change my row.
Yeah, right.
I knew how to make a long.
You couldn't get to the end and
Right.
twist it around and get to the next row. So what's up, Black Eagle? I think because I wasn't close with my mom, I may
Oh.
have been too easy on my kids. Well, Gigi, why don't you answer that?
Let me make ourselves look a little.
I know
more
Black
decent.
Eagle. In fact,
I
we
can read these for you, so you don't have to move the camera.
Yeah.
All right, so Black Eagle, I don't think I'm in any position. I can only speak for the child's perspective. I think because I wasn't close with my mom. Why do you think I can speak of that? Like, what made you say? Like, what do you mean? You want me to address? I don't know how to.
Well, Black Eagle said, I think because I wasn't close with my mom.
But we may not be able to. We may not be able to relate to that.
Yeah, I mean, we're not therapists, we're not psychologists. We only could talk about our experiences as mother and daughter.
But she's also.
But
not
I
asking
mean,
for our
it
advice.
took long, like she's a woman now. She's almost 40.
Do you know I've never? I don't say my
Well,
age.
well, you're getting there. No, you're not close, but you're,
I can't believe
you're going up, not down. We don't get younger, we get older. Gigi, this necklace is too
You're
tight.
saying my name. You're not
Gigi's
doing a
not your
very good
name.
job.
It's my nickname. Your nickname.
Let's not say my age or my
your
name
nickname is not your name. Could you
or my
please-
social
Could
security.
you lower this? I'm choking. Black Eagle. Where's everybody? I mean, I'm so.
Let's just keep doing us.
I got one
The
person.
people will come.
Black Eagle, I'm so happy you're here. You have no idea. Yeah, she texted me today. Did you loosen this?
I
you
did,
did-
but I think you should take it off.
Yes. That's a good,
Oh,
do something.
I don't like this.
I'm not sure about it either.
What made you put it on? I've never
That's
seen you
that's
wear
when
it.
I played Zorro's wife on a
In your
Halloween.
dream.
It looked great then.
Yeah, no, this is cool.
It is cool.
It's not,
It's
you know.
better on you, I think.
You two are a treat. Well, thank you very much, Eagle. Let's talk about us though. I think it's nice.
I'll talk about
Because I think my story with my mom, when I talk to my girlfriends or anybody, they're literally in awe at how close I am with you. Even Philip, my husband, we're not saying names.
She is married, happily married.
Happily married.
To a film editor.
I
I have to brag a little.
but we're not gonna say any names.
We're not saying names. Gigi's not your name.
It's enough.
It's her nickname since she's a baby to me. Yes.
What was I saying?
Da-da-da.
I think our relationship is such a unique one because I am unbelievably close to you.
Yeah.
And again, I can only speak for myself. I'm going to say something and my mom doesn't relate. She has a different perspective or like her own whatever. I'll say, "Oh, I feel like I wasn't that close with you. I feel like, now I feel that like unconditionalness, that like closeness and tightness and bond and I need you and I want you." And my mom will say, "Well, I always had that. I always felt that for you." But I think that's what kids go through. They don't see it. You know what I mean? We don't see it. Like I didn't even know what love was until I hit I'm not saying my age, but as of recently.
But you have to admit I was very strict with you growing up, right?
Mm-hmm. So now let's tell
Do you
people.
think I was too hard on you?
No,
Okay.
because I'm doing whatever I want with my life. I feel like if you were hard on me.
I'm talking about when you were early teen.
No, I know that.
Talking about junior college.
No, I don't think I would be where I
And then
am.
the graduate.
I don't think I would be where I am. I feel like as a parent, you saw potential in both of your children. I think you took on the role of making sure we accomplished that. You know what I mean? Like getting through to that. And I think going back to my generation of parents, there's none of that anymore. You know what I mean? There's not.
Well, because I think
Like you were up with me till 3 a.m. If I got a call, your daughter's failing, you were like, "Oh, well, here we go." And it was like we were up till 3 or 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And I sure enough got an A. But I think a lot of parents, there's a lot, and I feel bad for saying that because I shouldn't say that.
No,
I guess,
I know, but it's true. I mean, I really think there's a lot of parents really not taking the time, or they don't have the time because they have to work, or they have to do 2, 3
But
jobs.
that's what I'm saying. So in
Or
their
that-
regard, but in
right.
their regard, right, it's a different life for them.
Right. Or
And they're
don't-
also up against technology.
exactly.
You can't do that when that screen is in front of a child. I mean, it's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have that growing up. So you're right. It has to do with their
I
time.
mean, what's a single parent going to do with a
Mhm.
couple of children,
Mm-hmm.
and then they have to work 2 jobs,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll have a nanny or a babysitter that's not there, you know.
I mean, I have students where I've never met the parents.
Yeah, my daughter
We don't know what I do. We
is
don't
also a
don't-
te- Oh, why? They don't know who you are.
They do. We will
Listen,
now.
all my subs know.
These people are crazy. They start looking stuff
No,
up.
my subs know you're a graduate, you're a teacher.
Oh, here you go. You're listing more things.
You're
about
in the
me.
theater. They all know it.
I'm a mystery. You
Black
don't know
Eagle,
what I do.
right? You know it.
I'm an accountant.
No,
Don't say what I do.
My subs know what my daughter does.
Wow.
Yeah. In fact, she's doing another musical?
No, because they can look that up too.
That's fine.
Nickname.
We got nothing to hide.
Let's go back to us. Let's focus on us.
Okay.
Um.
But focusing on us, Black Eagle, how you doing? She promised she won't talk about us.
No. It says I promise I won't stalk you, which is
Oh.
terrifying.
Listen, all my subs can be trusted. Anybody new come in, I haven't got a clue.
I trust no one.
I trust
But
no
my
one.
mother.
Your mother.
Anyway, so Mom, what would you say
Yeah.
to the people
Mm.
was our most difficult period in our
When your
mother-daughter
father and I,
relationship?
after almost 40 years of marriage, and I said, bye-bye.
That was our biggest.
Well, to me, it was the most difficult time
Yeah.
because I don't think you understood what was going on. But you and your brother were old enough.
Mm.
So I think it took a little time for you guys to really understand what was going on because you never really saw anything
Mm.
because everything was kind of hidden. Like we talk in the car or in the garage or wait for you and your brother to go to sleep. So you never really knew what was going on behind closed doors. I wanted to protect my kids.
Mm.
And so I really think that you and your brother, when me and your dad, the marriage culminated after decades,
Mm.
I think you and your brother were like so shocked. It's like, I really think it was a shock to you and your brother.
So then what do you think helped our relationship get back to where it needed to
Well,
go? Because it was never what it is
I
now.
think that you grew up a little bit and you
from
had,
my own experience.
and I think that you had a relationship that you had a little bit of a heartbreak and you knew what it felt like maybe for the first time. And it was a short relationship compared to mine, 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're talking 4 years, 3 years. I mean, it's a little bit of a difference. And you did suffer, right? Not long,
Mm-hmm.
but the pain was difficult.
Mhm.
And then I think that made you kind of say, shit, if I'm feeling this after 3 years of a relationship I'm
Mhm.
getting rid of, what the hell did my mother go through after almost 40 years raising 2 kids, a house?
And you know what
working?
I think?
You know, so I think that made you kind of maybe have
Yeah.
a little understanding for me.
Well, what I was going to say, what I think you were going through the heaviest thing that were to ever happen to you in your life.
Right.
I was going through,
And it's your father,
right.
your biological dad,
and
you
I
your
was-
brother, yeah.
But like you said, I wasn't attached to that situation, like you said, because that really was
Well, you had your own
affecting you.
life. You
That's
were
what
in
I'm saying.
school.
So I didn't feel that until later. I'm just talking about in that moment.
Right.
So you were going through those things.
Right.
I, without you knowing, because I didn't tell anybody, was going through my worst.
Correct.
And I just think,
You went through your first heartbreak
well, you were,
simultaneously.
Right.
Well, that was happening with me.
and I genuinely think
Yeah.
those two things happened at the same time for a reason.
Yeah, isn't that strange?
Mm-hmm. It literally, I feel like when we talk about,
I mean, it's almost like that had to happen
yeah,
for you to understand a little, because really,
a part of
initially,
you,
you
very detached.
were extremely detached,
Mhm.
no empathy for me,
Mm-hmm.
no understanding of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps even thought maybe I did something wrong because everything seemed good on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm really not sure.
No, I never.
But I
felt it.
think until you went through a little bit of a turmoil and a heartbreak,
Right.
that you understood a little bit about what
So
heartache is.
what it did for me, honestly, between you and I,
Yeah.
because I think kids
Between you and I,
and the world,
the whole world is punched.
so that's why this is going so well, because I think it's just us.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think, because you were saying I felt heartbreak for the first time and I was able to relate, but I'm going to tell you what I think, what I was feeling.
Yeah.
Is I finally saw you as a person.
Mm-hmm.
So like when you're a kid, mommy and daddy don't get hurt. Mommy and daddy don't have real feelings. Mommy and daddy, you know what I mean? It's a facade. My parents are heroes. Everything will be fine.
Well, mommy and
They're
daddy's
fine.
there. They provide food.
But
they
I'm
provide
saying,
rent.
like, I finally saw you, because I don't know if you remember, when I was going through my whole thing, I didn't like titles. Remember, I was going through that whole phase? I'm a person. I'm not
you
your
were
daughter.
at the university
I'm
at that time.
No, I was not. This is
No?
after my.
Oh, that's after you graduated.
Yeah.
Right.
No, and after my whole thing ended, and I was trying to find myself, and
Right.
I cut you out, and I was being crazy, and I said to you, title, I'm not your daughter. You're not my mother. Remember, I was like, you're a person. We're people. And so I was trying to find.
Oh yeah.
Right.
We went through that phase where you were saying
I didn't like titles.
Right. You said I don't like titles. You're a person. I'm a person. I don't want to think of you as a mother. Remember that? That was like a little bit of a crazy phase.
Crazy phase that it was, but at the same time, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to see the person.
Yeah.
And when I was able to see you, I could feel the pain because I'm like, you're a person.
Right.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
you
but
were no longer that
that
pedestal.
caused a big conflict because I'm not a person. I'm your mother.
Well, right.
So that created some. I'm not.
No,
just
at the
a person.
time it did.
Because somebody over there outside or the mailman, that's a person. Yeah. The neighbor's a person.
No, but the respect.
Yeah, but to me, just considering me a person was eliminating me from.
But I don't think you get what I'm saying. Forget person, that word. Then
I know, but that kind of.
No,
but but it caused problems at that point. We had little issues there.
Yeah, but do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, because I don't consider you a person. You're my daughter. You're my child.
No, but you see me as a human being.
I see you as a human being. I see you as my daughter, and you came through my body.
Yeah, I don't know what that feels like.
Well, honey, you will.
No, but my point is, I think that we struggle with that too, because you always say to me, you won't know till you have a daughter. Right. You don't know what it feels like, but you're right. I know you're right.
Yeah.
So that I'm just saying it's difficult.
No, I know. You were trying to handle it the best you could to relate to what I was going through. And at the same time, when you were saying, Mom, you're a person, and that was like offensive to me because I consider myself more than just a person.
Obviously, right.
Like,
of course,
if I said to you, you're just a person, better than any person.
Yeah, that's how you're hearing it.
Right, but that's how I was hearing it.
Right.
You weren't meaning it that way.
Right.
But I took it that way. But in some ways, you did mean it that way.
In the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning. But then you did realize there's a difference.
Absolutely.
There's a big difference between a person and the woman who gave birth to you.
Let's answer Black Eagle's question.
Yeah.
It says, what age were you when your parents got divorced? Well, I'm not announcing my age on camera, so just know that I was old enough. I was very much
older. I will say
I was in adulthood.
I divorced her dad after 37 years of marriage, and we were together 2.5 years before that.
So how old? And they had me when they were you could do the math.
Yeah, the math.
They had me. They had me after 4 years.
She's still of mother-bearing years. She's married. She's a newlywed.
Too much information.
It's not too much information. They don't know who you really are.
You're giving them a lot about me.
I don't care. Do you?
A little bit. Okay. Now we talked about you're a person and I went through a crazy phase. Now, what do you think we did?
Yeah.
This is to help Mom.
Well, I had to go to therapy because I thought initially your father was having a midlife crisis. And then I found out it wasn't a midlife crisis. It was internet and Snapchat and nude girls and, meeting girls at the hotels. And I knew all along and the kids knew, but they didn't tell me, but I knew way ahead. But, that's neither here nor there. Men will be men. So it's over now, right?
You didn't answer the question.
But the idea is I had a therapist in place thinking my husband was going through a midlife crisis.
We're talking about how we got where we're at. And what advice do you have for them?
And how we got to where we're at was initially my daughter insisted on seeing my therapist. I was seeing a therapist for about 3.5 years. But I really think you want.
And I wanted to go to this therapist because I wanted to see that I didn't think it was working.
No, I think you didn't think I was really seeing a therapist.
No, I didn't think that.
No.
I knew you were seeing a therapist,
Yeah.
but I didn't think this therapist knew what she was doing.
But I was going.
So you're right. I was skeptical. That's what.
Yeah,
you
you were
Yeah.
skeptical. I mean, I really think my daughter wasn't believing, but I had this therapist in place for me and her dad.
Mhm.
And I was going to go for a couple of sessions and then bring her father in because I wanted us to
Oh, I
go
didn't
to
know
a
all
dance.
that.
Oh yeah, see, there's a lot you don't know.
But now
still.
I'm learning,
You're learning, so
and so is the world.
right. So
All two of them.
I said, you know what?
Are we one of the two?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, now there's one. They're dropping
Oh.
like flies.
I said they're dropping out like flies. So
Sorry.
yeah, we were empty nesting. You and your brother were grown up and all, and I wanted your father and I to go to a dance studio because your father could never dance Latin. I almost said lantern.
Mhm.
So I wanted to meet new friends,
Mhm.
and he never wanted to go anywhere. He never wanted to go out to eat. He never wanted to do anything. All he did was mess around with his phone. He was constantly on the phone, constantly on the internet. So he was totally detached. He wasn't there. So he was already.
So how did we get where we're at?
What do you mean?
What advice? You're losing track of the question. The
Mm.
question was, how did you and I?
Mm.
What
I think
tools
I
did
think
we-
with you going to the therapist with me, and see, because the idea is, irregardless, first of all, a mother and daughter can't be friends like high school teenagers because there's a line. I'm still your mom. You're still my daughter. But I always dream that one day we could be friends, and I think we're almost there.
I think every mom dreams that.
But there is a line to be drawn. I'm still the mother. There's still certain things that
don't get crossed.
right don't get crossed. Like this evening, as a matter of fact, with her brother's children, which is my grandchildren, and her nephew and two nieces.
Too much
I was
information.
I was too much.
I don't want them to know about us.
Yeah,
You tell them
but
so
this
much.
is how people learn. And so I was.
Let me write my address and phone number.
No.
And tell you what blood
Gigi,
type I
all they
am.
have to do is reverse face recognition. You're all over South Florida. And they know I'm in
Exactly. So
Florida.
you're happy. Be lucky I'm even here.
Yeah, I know. Well, you're the one that said, "Let's go live, mother."
Anyway, so God.
Black Eagle, do you have an amicable divorce? Black Eagle.
I'm gonna take a step away while she answers this one.
Black Eagle. Nothing's amicable in a divorce. It was, let me tell you, it was almost Broderick versus Bodrick. You would think this man had millions of dollars, okay? And the divorce took 18 months when it could have took 3 to 4 weeks because he certainly didn't want a divorce because he wanted to have his cake and eat it too. So I was married for a very long time. And very long time. I mean, from my early 20s to my mid 60s. With her dad. So, and I only have 2 children with 1 man. So what are you doing, Black Eagle? What age were you when your parents divorced? Well, she didn't want to give her age, but you figured it. I was married almost 40 years. And she has a brother. Her brother's older than her. So she's younger than her brother.
Much younger.
Much younger.
Can't you tell?
Did you ever? No, the divorce, nothing's amicable. It was a divorce from hell. You know what's funny? The divorce could have cost $2,000 each. The divorce cost me 15, him about 18, 20,000. And that broke my heart because that took money from our children. Because he just wanted to be an SOB and he always kept saying, come on, let's cancel the divorce. Come on, we don't have to get divorced. Come on, let's just stay separated. The idea is there's no such thing as a legal separation in the state of Florida. Or I maybe would have considered a legal separation for a year or two. But the idea is he's getting his cake and eating it too. I just was done. Is he still alive? Yes, he's quite alive. He has 5 stents, open heart surgery. He's got stage 2, 3 diabetes. He's still kicking. Yeah. Yeah. I'll probably die before him. Yeah. So, that's just, life is crazy, man. But anyway, I wish nothing. No, I like it that way because I could read.
We look crazy.
So
you don't care? You look crazy. I'll read it for you. It's crazy. You don't want it like that.
I can't
People
stand
don't
it that way. It hurts my eyes.
So don't look at yourself. Look at.
I like it
God.
that way.
Well, then you're on your own here.
All right, do what you want. Here,
Just
see
a little bit.
See how the kids get their way? Okay, probably. Wash. Is he? Yes, he's still alive. Whoa. Probably. Okay. Well, it is what. Listen, I thought I'd be with her father till the day I died. I really did, right, G? I mean, come on.
Yeah, Ma.
Yeah, Ma. So why don't you tell people what you're doing? You're on a show next.
No, I'm not talking about myself. We're here for you. We have a topic, and we're getting off topic.
Yes, we're getting off topic. So, how does mother and daughter be friends?
I think communication is key.
Yes.
When we went to therapy, I found out a lot of things that were bothering my mom, and I had no idea they were bothering my mom.
I don't even remember what the hell they were.
And we don't bring them up. That's how you remain.
Oh, is that it?
Good. We don't talk about the past.
She's my treasure. I'll tell you, if it wasn't for her, I don't even know how I could be surviving. Yeah. She's an angel. Really. Thank God.
I thank God every day.
She thanks God every day.
Communication. Say what you feel in the moment. Don't hold on to it. And I think we've gotten to a place where we let each other talk. Don't talk over each other.
Right.
What do you got? We got to give the people what they want.
Yeah.
She's deep in thought, and it's totally off topic. Go. She's scared to say it. Go. What is it?
What?
What's your off topic thought?
Who?
You.
Oh, she said you're a beauty.
You were able to read that from here? She can read a compliment from anywhere.
She said you're a beauty.
I know, but you weren't able to read anything.
This is so shiny. I'm not digging it, man. I got to get up and change. Hold the.
Wait, we have to put it. Is there a way to put it on hold?
No.
I think there is, Mom.
No. You can't. I mean, you could leave and play music, but I don't know how to do that.
I'll figure it out. We have 4 people, and you're going to go change your blouse. They're here because of the blouse.
I can't. All of a sudden,
all right, wait. Let's take a vote. All 4 of you better speak up. Who loves the blouse? Does the blouse stay or does the blouse nay? Which one is it?
No, I gotta take it.
Stay here. People are gonna respond.
Does the blouse stay or the blouse go?
Come on, there's 4 people watching this. Oh, we almost had.
We got 4 people in the whole United States of America.
No one wants to talk.
And guess what? They're the most important people in the world right now. It's only important people come around us, right? So why don't you give them a little Christmas rendition?
Absolutely not. Holy 5 people because of the shirt. All right, mother, daughter, you're here for it. What do we got?
What are we gonna sing?
We're not singing. This is not a singing.
Oh.
Nothing in the title had music notes.
Oh,
here we go. Hey, I'd never wear it. Oh,
I told you. I knew Black Evil didn't get.
But she does say it looks great on you. So I think
Black Eagle, you know, this shirt is older than me. I just wanted to pick something red for festive.
All right, I have a joke that a woman who's 109 told me yesterday.
Okay, could you wait for me to change my blouse?
You're seriously gonna change? Can you put that on?
Yes.
All right, Mom, go. Don't do that here. Are you serious right now? All right, we have 6 people.
See, show a little ass, see what happens.
They did not come because of the butt.
Yes, a little ass will do it.
Oh my gosh.
All I had to do was open one
What's
button.
the most people you've ever had on your little thing?
Where?
On this.
1. No.
The most. You're such a liar.
No. I think 8 or 12.
So we got to beat 12.
Maybe 12. There you go. That's better. Hey.
But what's funny is they're all just watching, not talking.
That's okay. Let me tell you
Your
something.
mom was bragging all about you. You're in theater. Yes. I'm not responding to that. I'm not answering any questions about myself.
Everybody, I got 258 subscribers. I'm famous.
I'm good.
They all know my daughter's in the theater.
And I appreciate the support. But
I'm
on vacation.
Yeah, you're on vacation. Anyway, we were making notes today. Yeah. But anyway, seriously, mother and daughter relationships.
So now explain why you can't be friends, because you had me talk. Explain why you can't be friends in the beginning.
You can't be friends when your children are young because you have to be a parent. You know.
We're down to 4. You're losing them. You changed the blouse.
Oh, let me show my ass again. Hold on.
I'll on camera, it does not look like it's your butt. It just looks like a wall.
No,
Get
look
outta
at
here.
that curve. We
Yeah.
have another. Wait a minute. We have somebody else on YouTube that tries to show that curve.
Yeah.
I got it. Hold
Mhm.
on, I can't get the whole thing in.
Yeah.
What am I doing here? There you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
it looks good, Mom.
That's the curvy.
That's the curvy.
That's the curvy. That's the arch.
Keep
See
it
it?
swervy.
Arch is here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm no young chick.
She's no young chick. Why can't girls be friends? Why can't kids be friends? Why can't mother and daughter be friends?
Because you have to be a parent. You cannot. That's the whole thing. I mean, if you. All right, you remember when you went in your early teens?
Mm-hmm.
There was many times that you would just go and you would slam your door.
Mm-hmm.
And one time you said, "I hate you."
Mm-hmm.
You slammed the
and
door.
my mother said, "Good,
Good.
I'm doing my job."
That's that, right? Isn't that what I said? That means I'm doing my job. Good, right? Remember that? How old were you?
You still say it.
14. 15?
You said it yesterday.
Oh, I said it yesterday. Said it yesterday. I did?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Good.
Yeah, I mean,
You better hate me.
All right.
But you never stop loving me.
Never.
Oh,
Okay,
God,
Black
here we
Eagle,
go
your
again.
mom was bragging about you're in theater. Yes, she's in theater. In fact, she's got.
Mom, fix the camera.
She's going to be Pocahontas.
I'm not going to be anything.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Does anybody? Okay, let's open up the floor.
The floor. Black Eagle. Black
Um,
Eagle, you want to come up on panel?
You in the back in the red?
Gigi,
you have
how do
something
you?
you'd like to say?
Gigi, how do you drop the link? Black Eagle, you want to come up on panel?
I have no idea what that even
No,
means.
I think I can cut and paste. I think I tried it before. Black Eagle, did you want to come up and talk to me and Gigi? Your mom was bragging about you're in theater. Yeah, yes, she is in theater.
You read that, Mom.
Hey, I've never wear it, but it looks great. No, that shirt is old as
Time.
yeah, time is old as time can never tell.
I was thinking tale.
Careless whisper of a good friend in the heart and mind. History is kind. What's that song?
We're singing two different songs. What is that?
I'm never gonna love again. Guilty feet, I got no rhythm. Though it's easy
I'm never gonna dance
to,
again.
I'm never gonna dance again. I know you're not a fool. Should've known better than to treat a friend. Guilty feet, I got no rhythm. So I'm never gonna dance again until I dance with you.
Who is that?
George Michael.
George Michael.
Got no rhythm. So it's easy
Just
to
a friend. What's that?
waste a chance that I've been given. So I'm never gonna dance again until I dance with you.
Do you know any more of it?
Ooh.
I love that. Whatever happened to George Michael?
Tonight's music seems so
loud.
Wait.
You're right.
Tonight,
Yeah,
well,
go. I'll
slow
let
down, girl.
I'll let you go.
You
go.
got the degree,
Go,
but
go.
I got the
Tonight,
experience.
Go, Mom.
Tonight the music seems so loud. I wish that we could lose this crowd. Maybe it's better this way. We hurt each other with the things we want to say. We could have been so good together.
Yeah.
We could have lived this life together. And now who's gonna dance with me? Oh, I'm never gonna dance again.
Okay, yeah.
Guilty feet, I got no rhythm. And I'm waiting to pretend I know you're not a fool. Should've known better than to treat a friend and waste a chance. God is chosen. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I dance with you.
All right. Oh, we've got 3. We knocked him down.
What happened?
I don't know what. I think that was amazing. We should
I know. I mean, come on,
I
man.
thought that was good.
That's it. We hit the top 10. Right, Black Eagle? Your
I thought that was fabulous. Mom, you're reading the same comments over and over.
Well, Black Eagle's a good champ. She probably fell asleep, and Black Eagle's a good. In fact, she wished me and my whole family and us back for what? Same thing.
Black Eagle says, "Do either of you play an instrument?"
My daughter plays the piano. I play the guitar. However, I have a plate here.
However,
I got a plate here, and I no longer can play the guitar, but I used to. I have a guitar. You want to see it? It's a Yamaha. I'll get it out.
oh.
Hey, what's wrong with it? I'll get it out.
I
People,
think it'll take too much space, and you can't even play it.
no, but people could see that. I don't.
What people?
Well, you'd be surprised. There's lurkers in here. There's more people in here than you can imagine.
Wait, so a lurker means you don't see the number of the
you
eyeball?
You don't see the number.
Ooh, that's sneaky.
Yeah.
Do you pay to be a lurker?
Nah, it's all free.
I'm not a lurker.
No, I just, over here in this community that I'm in,
Mm-hmm.
this community I'm in,
Mm-hmm.
everybody thinks everybody's lying,
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. In case people go, oh, okay. Yeah, okay, here it is.
Oh, you're getting it because you think people think you're lying?
Oh, yeah, because...
Well, why do you care what people think?
Because that's how it is in this community. I'm in a community that, right, Black Eagle?
I think it's better if you just do you.
Wait a minute. Wait. Just open that. I said I have a guitar, so they got to know that what I said is true. So here it is.
How many things is there?
Gigi, is that it? Gigi, what's something? What is this, a comedy act? Am I missing a lock? Is there a lock there? I feel like Groucho Marx. Here to there. There.
She said, "Here's my guitar. No, I can't open that."
What's happening? Is there another lock I'm missing?
We're down to 2 people. You're doing real good, man.
Is it? There you go. Open that.
You got it.
Okay, there you go. There's Lee's. Gorgeous.
Oh my.
70s Yamaha. Don't fool around.
That's what I've always loved about you, Lee.
Yes. Yeah.
This is too much fun.
Well, I'm just saying, Yes, I did play the guitar until I got a melted metal plate. Got that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just add it to the shit.
This is the house of holding everything the kids own. Closets and closets full of stuff. Yeah. Well, it's Christmas night. Everybody's full and sleeping. That's what I always loved about you, Lee. Zero ambiguity. Gigi, look that up. I mean, look, what's ambiguity? Go to the library. Get the book. I know ambiguity, but I want to verify this shit.
Library.
Right there. Go. It's right there.
14-hour real estate.
There's the library right there. Library.
Do you have your library card?
Get that red book.
What would you like to check out, Miss Lee?
I have an idea what ambiguity means, but I've got to double check.
What is this,
Black
Mom?
Eagles. Oh, look how pretty that is.
This looks like something else.
No, well, it could be. Let's show the people. Black Eagle loves these funny. Give me Black Eagle's very. Black Eagle. My daughter said this looks like a different possibility.
Oh
Black Eagle. She's funny like that. Yeah, this could have other usages, but it's a red flower in a tube. Here you go. Yeah, ambiguity. I'd love for you to. Oh, she'd love for us to visit her in Maine sometime. We'll have a great. We have a great. Gigi, Black Eagle has a great guest house in Maine. Well, maybe I might take you up on that. My daughter's too busy for that, but I'm not ruling that out. Black Eagle. I'd love to meet you. Pink, did you hear about Pink? I had, I was really busy today because of the holidays. Is Pink really? You're on a rig, right? Yeah, you're on a rig. Are you on an oil rig? Yes. Yeah. Is Pink leaving YouTube? For real? That's what I'm wondering. Okay, look up ambiguity. I mean, I have an idea what it means, but I need verification from Webster. Yeah. So we thought we'd just come on. We just left her brother's house.
What do you think it means?
Ambiguity?
Yeah.
I think it could mean a lot of different things.
The meaning is so terribly explained. The quality or state of being ambiguous.
Look, all right, look, the quality of being ambiguous. That's a great explanation. Wouldn't you agree,
That's
Black
a terrible
Eagle?
explanation. Often a feature of poetry. Oh, that's cool.
Oh.
An ambiguous. How do you pronounce it? Ambiguous?
Ambiguous.
An ambiguous word or expression. Uncertainty.
Uncertainty.
She loves your uncertainty.
Oh, you love my uncertainty.
I'm kidding. I don't know what that's what it says.
Yeah, ambiguous is a word like interesting.
Maybe
really?
Maybe it was used incorrectly.
I don't know. Black Eagle, tell us.
Ambiguity.
I love Black Eagle, but
quality or state of being ambiguous, especially.
Wait a minute. Black Eagle said we have zero ambiguity.
Oh, right. She was used incorrectly.
It was used incorrectly, Black
Or
Eagle.
we read it incorrectly.
We read it incorrectly. You used it incorrectly.
Let's
or
see.
We read it incorrectly.
Oh, zero. We're idiots. We just read it wrong.
We're idiots?
Yeah, zero ambiguity. Yeah, we have zero that.
What the?
They're not negative at all. There's no guessing who you are.
Whether you're a mother or whether you're brother, you're staying alive.
Staying alive. Oh, I have a fun game. Sing a song and I'll. No, let's not do that. But that was the Bee Gees. No, you know more than me.
Staying alive. Staying alive. Staying alive. Staying alive.
Staying alive.
Staying alive.
What is that? A black dress? What is that?
Yes.
Where'd you get that?
It's a sundress I've had for a long time.
So pretty.
My daughter saw her black sundress. I think she wants to grab it.
And I'm gonna make it mine. And I'm sure that she'll be fine. She doesn't wear it anyway.
She does it all the time.
Doesn't wear it anyway.
I buy some. What happened with the
Doesn't
black
wear it
bodysuit?
anyway.
The beige bodysuit.
I love that thing, but unfortunately I can't wear it yet because I'll have to pee and take everything off.
So what? You're closing the door and the thing?
I was caroling all week. What do you want?
Oh, I know.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't wear
the
it.
pink loose sweater I bought to throw over it? Mouse to get the whole outfit going.
I gave you that.
No, it's in my closet.
I don't want that.
Well, that look cool on top of that.
I
With
know
the
how to
shoes
dress
I bought
it.
You,
Pink.
with those pink sparkly pumps.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't want that
Oh.
pink thing. I'm good. I have stuff. I don't like that. Don't even go get it, Mom.
I'm
Please.
not. I'm getting the black dress.
Oh, yeah. Let me see the black dress.
Ay, 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 ay,
Ay.
ay, ay, ay. It's plain and simple. It's cotton.
It's cute. Oh, I don't like the top like that.
I know. It's just a plain black throw on with a little ruffle on the bottom.
You
It's
have to
100%
leave.
cotton.
It says you have to leave this live up so Pink can watch it later.
Aw, that's sweet. I love Pink. Love Black Eagle. They're my buddies. My buddies on the tube.
So let's. Why don't we talk to Black Eagle about her experience?
Black Eagle's father is in
Oh.
history. He's in Wikipedia.
Mm.
So Black Eagle, do you want me to cut?
Let's talk about her mom though.
Oh, well, listen. It's all about her grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, she has other things to say. She has hung out with Lenny Kravitz.
Who? Black Eagle?
She's been in.
Grandfather.
Her grandfather is very famous,
Mm-hmm.
and so Black Eagle is extremely interesting
Okay.
and so well spoken, well read, and
Well, she used ambiguous.
yeah, she used the word
I
ambiguous.
think I even just said it wrong. Ambiguity.
Yeah, I don't know how to. Let's see. Supposed to. I think I did it once before.
Oh, I know how to cut and paste that.
Cut, and then you paste this. You paste it in here.
Yeah, left click that.
Left click it.
Yeah. Do you know how to do that?
No. see,
Wait, double tap it again. Heat it up again. Do it again. You have to double tap it. Double tap fast. Go. Pop. The whole thing. No, with the mouse on there.
That's not the link, baby.
Oh, what's the
You have
link?
to understand. This is not a Mac.
What does it mean you're a rig? Wow, she's throwing a lot
Now
of
I
stuff
lost
at
my
that.
link. Now I lost the whole damn link.
Can't you just refresh it? That button?
with this?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens is You do
Reload
this.
site changes you made may not. No, reload or cancel. No, Ma, you gotta click one of these.
We gotta reload. We're back. I'm trying to drop the link. If you wanted to come up, Black Eagle, no obligation.
Main lingo, you're a stitch.
Because I'd love for my daughter to know a little bit about your life. And,
Do you know how to get that? I can do it. There you go. Copy. And then go down here and paste it. I don't know. Is that what you want to do?
Where's the, yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to drop the link in case, oh, Black Eagle wants to come up. Cool, babe. That's great. I'd love for my daughter to hear some of your, she has the most incredible stories.
Just don't use big words. Lower your vocabulary down for me.
No, yeah. So we'd love for you to come up and talk about your grandpa and your experiences. Very interesting.
Are you sure that's all you have to do is send a link like that?
Yeah, well, that's why
That seems a little too easy.
Windows is easy.
But then can't anybody come in and do that? Don't you want to make it
Anybody
private?
could grab the link right now,
Yeah,
but I could block them.
Mhm.
And, they got to show me their face when they come up, so I'll know when she comes up.
Mhm.
So some nut can't come up. You were doing good with that. Should've known better than to treat a friend. Always. We sound good together.
I know. It'd be nice to watch it back, that video.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we didn't have the words,
Mm-hmm.
like really down pat.
Mm-hmm.
Should have known. But usually it tells you how many people are here, how many people are lurking. Things
Mhm.
change.
Mm-hmm.
So copy layout. La, 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 la,
It's
la.
crazy. You really have no food.
I told you.
I
I'm
know, I
down.
wish you would have freaking.
Well, don't worry. I'll go shopping tomorrow. Oh, we are strictly hilarious. So funny.
I'm gonna go to the restroom.
Okay, go ahead. Hurry up.
Do you want any water or anything?
Huh?
You want any water or anything?
No, I'm just gonna get some vape and.
Why do you do that when I go to the bathroom?
Well, because I can't play music or anything while I'm gone.
I'll play music.
Well, I don't want to get copyright. Okay, there's Black Eagle. Add to stream.
Hey, darling.
Hey, Black Eagle, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Merry Christmas to you and yours.
Same to you. Yeah, my daughter and I, we just got home from her brother's and with the 3 kids and his wife.
Nice. Nice.
And we came home and my daughter actually said, "Hey, Mom, you want to go live on YouTube? I'll go on with you." I mean, we were all ready for bed. So, I got to get her while I can,
Right, sure. Oh, believe me, my kids don't even know that I go on YouTube or even have a channel. Forget about it.
I know. I don't want your brother to know, Gigi. Yeah.
Gigi. I'm going to assume her name is Angelina.
No, not even close.
Not even close.
Actually,
Damn, I was so sure of it.
Actually, her name is so unique, and she's the only one with that name really in the United States of America. So
Wow.
you see, the idea is my real name, my daughter's real name, my son's real name are unique, actually unique in the nation. So we can really be found easier. So that's why we got to be fucking more careful. Excuse my French, because we have odd names.
Sure.
So it's not like you're going to go in a phone book, we're not Smiths over here, Joe Smiths, Mary Jane,
Well, I have my 5 children. I have a Dana, I have a Hans Christian,
Mm,
I have an Aubrey, and
mm.
then I have my twins are Shay and Liam.
Well, they're kind of different, but they are more with that name.
Sure, sure.
Gigi, you looked around. I mean, how many people with your real name? They're out of the country. They're not here, and they're men. So
Well, that's
that's what
like
I mean.
Aubrey. Aubrey is actually can go either way, and generally in Europe, Aubrey is a male name.
Yeah, I like that. Gigi, isn't that name cool, honey? Aubrey. I like it a lot.
You know where I got that name from was the God, not Johnny Mathis, that song when he
Johnny
sang
Mathis?
and Aubrey was her name.
Oh, and I love Johnny Mathis, and I never heard that song.
Yeah, it's a good one. So,
Cool.
but
I
yeah, so
guess, I
we've
guess
been
so what'd
so
you
you're
do today?
well, we just had well, we had half of our gathering. We're going to have the other half tomorrow with people
Mm.
that couldn't make it. So I had the boys, all three of my boys today, and then tomorrow it will be with my daughter, daughters, and my grandchildren. So, I mean, I try to take the stress right off of everybody because I remember those days where you try to be at everybody's house and gifts for everyone and you know so yeah I'd like to keep things pretty chill.
I tell you, it must be nice to have 5 kids.
I'll tell you, you don't think it's going by fast, but as you know, all of a
Yeah.
sudden they're all, I mean, my twins have just gotten out of the Marines. So,
You
and
believe that, Gigi? My daughter can hear you. She's be right back. She can hear you
okay,
loud and clear.
yeah. Yeah, so they're so it's nice, it's nice that to have to have the relationships in a different place than when I was, full tilt
So you have
boogie.
5 children. So what?
Yes.
You have 2 daughters.
I have two daughters and three sons.
So you be friends with your daughters? That's what this show's about.
Yeah, I don't
When
know.
when were you able to become friends with your daughters?
Well, I have to say that my relationship with my oldest daughter has been difficult from day one. She has been a tough kid. And I don't foresee her and I ever really becoming friends or having that type of closeness.
Oh,
My
I'm
daughter
sorry.
Aubrey, well, I mean, we're actually just now at a place where, I mean, she had stopped contact with me for about 3, 4 years.
So she has one
No,
daughter.
keep going because I can
Oh, you were
relate to
hearing.
this.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. My daughter was
You, she
listening.
she lost she dropped contact.
She did,
Mm.
yes. Um, and then we had sort of regained contact, and then uh, I'm not quite sure what I did, but I made an
Well, I mean, that's
infraction.
usually the case.
Pardon? What's that?
That's usually the case. If shit happens, you don't even know what the hell you did to deserve it. But continue. We're listening.
Well, yeah. But I'll tell you, when we did reconnect, the stress of, the stress of being around her, it was, don't sit in this chair. You're talking too much at dinner. My husband's uncomfortable. There were all of these rules and restrictions that when she decided to stop contact again, it was almost a relief.
Mm.
But that's changed, and like I said, tomorrow I'm actually having my first holiday with her in
Oh,
a really long time.
Okay, so
So
that's growth.
you must be happy about that.
yeah, I'm mostly
Are
excited to
you
see my.
nervous that something may happen? You may say, from a mother's perspective, oh, if I say the wrong thing, I look a
No,
certain way.
No,
So
we actually we had gotten together at a gathering around Thanksgiving and it went really well. Uh,
good.
yeah. And I mean, ultimately I want to have a relationship with my grandchildren because I'm the best grandmother on the planet. Hate to brag.
I'm bragging. I think I am.
There you go. You know what I'm talking
I don't
about.
take no nonsense, but I give you more love than no one else is going to give you.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm going to give you the tough love and the reality of life. And,
Yeah.
you're not playing grandma, but I love
Right.
you. I love you. But like I had a little incident today with my middle grandchild, Raya. When the kids, 12 years old, they start with the dirty looks. And I mean, she was giving dirty looks to her sister behind the
Right.
back, and I caught it
Right.
because I
Right.
catch. And I was
Right.
just so upset. I mean, I know these are things that children do, but
Well, I think, I mean, I'm not sure the relationship with you. Is it your son's child that you have
well, my
grandchildren
son
with?
has three grandchildren. No, I
Okay.
never do.
Yeah, I mean,
I do.
I think it's a tough line
It's not
to,
her real name. My daughter's concerned I'm using real name. I'm not
I don't
using.
want my mother to use real names, and she's using.
I'm
I
not.
need her to focus that we're talking to
I'm
well, for
using
what
your
it's
strangers.
worth,
nicknames.
I'm old and
Well,
I
this
won't
is now
remember
on the
anything.
internet, and she wants it to stay
The
there.
idea is I'm using all nicknames.
No, the name you used, and we can go back to watch it. Is not her nickname.
You could put a gun to my head and I don't remember what name she used 2 seconds ago.
That's good, but good thing it's recorded. I'm just saying. I'm trying to keep you. You want to do this. You have to. You can be open. It's like a podcast. You're
Yeah.
open, but you don't need to use details like that. I don't think you need to, in my opinion.
Well, first of all, I have no intention of using my grandchildren's name. I guess it must have just slipped. I didn't realize it.
That's my point because you're comfortable, which is great. But
Yeah.
there needs to be some sort of reminder that you're on the internet.
Right.
That's all.
See who the boss is now when the kids grow up.
Right, right. Well, I'm not your everyday average
Listener.
yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't even remember what brought me to YouTube or brought me to the channel because, I have friends of mine who do not even know that I go on YouTube or that I have a channel or that um they wouldn't believe me if I told them that I did.
All right. The only one that knows is my daughter. I don't want her brother to know, or
Yeah,
cousins or family. My daughter's the only one that knows. My
yeah.
sisters don't know.
And I bought her ring light.
Yeah, she bought me a ring light. It shut off. What happened?
No, you had me turn it off because you said you look too white.
I do because
So I
I need
turned
to
it
get out in the
off.
sun. I mean,
You
there's
look
enough light.
great.
Oh,
Relax.
thanks. How do you
Relax.
like my hat I got for Christmas? I always wanted
I
a
think
black
it's
hat
great.
with rhinestones.
I like it.
I
I
like
like
it
it.
too.
No, I remember when I first came on and started a channel was when my daughter was out on the streets, my daughter Aubrey. And yeah, I would put up,
That's gotta. I mean,
I
that's
don't want to
gotta be
hear it. I
hard.
want to hear it.
I'll be right. I'm
well,
listening because
yeah.
I'm listening. Go.
The good news is that she's in recovery from that, which is the statistics are not good.
Right.
And she's doing great. She's 23. She's doing really well. And yeah, I mean, I give myself. I look back on my parenting, and I guess
Mhm.
I'd give myself a good C plus, B minus.
I mean, I'm not a parent, but again, I mean, I was talking about this earlier. We're all just human beings. I mean, you're just trying to figure it out.
Right.
I can't
I
imagine.
wanted to, yeah, write a book called The Zen and the Art of Being an Imperfect Parent.
Mhm.
Because, I mean, I've been around a little while, enough to see parents that are real, what is it they call them, helicopter parents and
Mm. Stage moms and.
stage moms. And I mean, and trust me, my
Mhm.
kids were involved in sports.
Mhm.
They were all in the orchestra and one was in, the band and they all played, I used to have to be in 3 different places at one time, picking my kids up from different sporting events. And
Mhm.
so, yeah,
It's a
but
balancing act.
yeah. Yeah. And when you have a kid that's out on the streets, that's just not anything that you're prepared for.
And this isn't your daughter that you're
No,
re-establishing a
no,
relationship with? Mhm.
no, no, no. It's my other daughter, and
So
you
how
know
did
the good.
can I ask? I mean, you brought it up, so you
Sure,
must be comfortable.
sure.
How did
Yeah,
how did that even become her life?
she. Well, I mean, I think like with a lot of kids, I know myself. I'm a recovering alcoholic, so
Okay.
I can certainly understand. I mean, and I had started, experimenting, drinking, partying, whatever you want to call it, from a pretty
Mhm.
young age.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, again, I've seen so much. So I believe in nature and nurture. Part of it is a hereditary thing because I was adopted, and my adopted parents didn't drink at all. But
Well,
in my birth family, alcoholism was rampant,
there you go.
and
Mhm.
so um, yeah. So my daughter, like everyone else, well, see nowadays things are so different. Where we would drink, do pot, whatever. Um, my daughter had started with acid.
Oh, she went heavy fat early.
Right,
So then you
right.
have to, right, go
And then
harder and
she got
harder.
in, right, she got into heroin, and she was in and out of detoxes, rehabs.
Mhm.
Um, I lost a really good job because I worked with brain injury folks, so it was a pretty intense job. But I would work 8 hours and then I'd be out at night all night looking for her on the streets. And
Wow.
Oh man, could you imagine that?
How old was she?
at the time, she was probably about 18, 19, 20. She's
And
only
you
23,
and
23 now.
oh, so this is fairly recent.
Sure.
She's
Yeah.
young.
Wow. And that
And
wasn't something you could control, obviously.
man, I'll tell you what, I did my best. Because I was in recovery. I was a sober parent for
Okay.
them.
So you were in
So
your own journey.
right.
Which mhm.
And I'll tell you, I would not wish that on
I
anybody,
can't even imagine.
any parent. I mean, I
Wow.
know Pink talks about it
Yeah.
with her son Adam,
Right.
and I'm grateful. I'm grateful that people are out there. So I mean, you feel alone. It's not a subject that's easy to talk about with people. Um, there's a lot of shame around it and a lot of guilt. And she and I have done therapy, and I have done therapy, and
Mhm.
it at the end of the day, regardless of how she became an addict or how I became an alcoholic, uh,
Mhm.
Well, you
it's
haven't
what
drank in many years.
only three.
Okay, that's good.
And but I mean, I've had times of like
She's
4 years.
mentioned she knows that she can't drink. I mean,
Yeah,
right?
4 or 5 years of sobriety, and then I picked
So
up again.
what were you saying though? You were saying with with her recovery and your alcoholism, I think you were going back to the nurture and nature thing. You were going to give it like
Right,
your opinion on how that got where it was.
right. Because like I said, I was actually adopted, so there was no alcoholism in my immediate family.
Mhm.
Um, but sure enough, once I met my birth family, it was everywhere to the point where my birth mother, when I met her, she had been 23, 24 years sober, but she had wet brain.
I don't
She had
even know what
done
that means.
Yeah, what
wet
is
brain
that?
is sort of a sense of dementia.
Because of
Um,
all the alcohol?
correct. Your brain
Wow.
just, and you
And you
can't,
knew
it's not,
that just from interacting with her?
I mean, it became pretty obvious in when I got to know her.
Mm.
Um, But okay,
Wow.
so she had given me up for adoption. This woman,
Wet brain. I mean,
you want to talk about a woman. My God,
no, but I never heard of wet brain. What is that really?
you've never heard of wet brain?
No, hon.
It's like, when someone's brain is like pickled.
Hmm.
Um, you see it with like late stage alcoholics. I don't know if you've ever met any.
No,
Um,
what happens?
but it's yeah, it's sort of a they it's as if they have some sort of a mental deficiency, but ultimately it's just that their brain has been
Drenched
saturated.
in
Ex-
alcohol.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well put.
So what were you
Uh,
gonna say? So were you gonna talk about your birth mother or your adopted mother?
well, like I said, my birth alcoholism in my birth family is just rampant. So my birth mom, who had given me up for adoption, she kept two children, and both of them, so they would be considered my half brother,
Mm,
technically.
mm.
My half brother, you want to hear something fucked up, pardon my language, but my birth mom's name was Carol, and her boyfriend's name was Daryl,
Oh my God.
like it's a real Carol and Daryl. But
Wow.
um, but their sons used to party together all the time, and it was just six, one half dozen of the other. It was going to be one or the other of them. But but Daryl's son was drunk driving the night that they got into an accident, and it killed Carol's son.
Oh,
So yeah,
that's
gee.
tragedy.
And then my half sister, Courtney, the daughter that she didn't give up for adoption, she had full blown cirrhosis of the liver by the time that she was 35.
Is
Is
that
that at birth? Is that at birth?
was that from alcoholism?
No, yeah, from cirrhosis of the liver is just from chronic
Oh, so
alcoholism.
one died from drunk driving.
One
The
was in
other,
a drunk driving, right, and the other
oh,
one at 35 had died of cirrhosis of the liver.
and then was she still drinking when that
I don't
happened?
I believe so, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm talking about your birth mom. Like, was that not a wake up
No,
call?
no, 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 no. When, like I said, when I met my birth mom, she had been sober actually for many, many years when
Okay,
she and I connected. But it
okay.
didn't matter.
It
The
had already been
damage was
done.
correct.
What a
Yeah.
terrible,
It's got to be difficult.
yeah.
Well, I was once I found out ultimately where I came from, I was very grateful that I had been given up for adoption.
I'm sure. Right, because
But
your life turned
none
out
Right, but again, nonetheless, I still
bloodline. Hmm.
had the gene, uh, and for alcoholism.
How long have you been sober?
3 years.
Right now, yeah, right around 3 years.
Okay. I
So, but this time, go
good.
ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go
No,
ahead.
I think it's good. I sing at a church it's like a non-denominational,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't realize until because I've been there now for like years, maybe like 5 years, and they hire me to come in and sing, so I'm not like a
Mm-hmm.
member, but I like
Yeah,
enjoy the church because it's very universal and it talks about the universe and being,
sure.
all positivity and having positive
Yeah,
thoughts, and negative thoughts is what causes all this ruckish in the world. Like it's like that.
yeah, yeah.
And over time, and I didn't know this because they don't lure you in with this. Excuse me, but over time, I found out that it's everyone there is recovering. Like I think even the reverend is recovering.
Sure,
And so I've made friends with like one or two recovering alcoholics,
sure. Yeah.
and I drink, and we go out. We'll do dinners. We
Mm-hmm.
don't really, obviously they're not going out drinking with me, but we'll do dinners
Right.
and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I think it's. I don't really know why I'm bringing it up. I guess, but
All
they're
right.
they're like newly recovering, and
Okay.
the alcohol doesn't affect them. And we've talked about it. Like I'm comfortable not drinking, and I'll tell
Right.
them that. But if I have a glass, there's like no. I mean, maybe they're having their own internal battle and they're not
What you're
expressing that.
saying is they're recovering alcoholics, but they can have a drink here and there.
No, I'm saying
No,
me
she's saying she
drinking,
can be right. She can be around people.
recovering,
Right.
and it doesn't seem to. But
Bother
everybody's
them.
different, I'm sure. And obviously, I'm gravitating towards like-minded people, so I'm gravitating towards someone like me in
Who's
personality.
sober.
So
Right.
we're able to keep right. So we're like this without we don't need the
Well, I
alcohol
think it all
anyway.
Right.
comes down, like for instance, my father, her grandfather, definitely was an alcoholic.
I'm gonna get some water, but I'm listening.
Sure. but he stopped drinking at about 55, 60, because he was told
Mm-hmm.
either that or you're
Mm-hmm.
going to die.
Right.
But he was able to have a glass of wine with dinner now and then, or he'd have
Mm-hmm.
a cold beer if we were having a barbecue. That's as far
Yeah.
as he went until his 90s. So that click that kept him drinking ended when the doctor said, if you drink, you're going to die.
Right.
Now, I have a friend who had a partner for 15 years, her boyfriend. They were like in a domestic relationship, which is considered practically married. And he died of alcoholism. I mean, we're talking alcohol. We're talking a quart, half a gallon a day.
Right.
He
That's
would
not
drink.
pretty.
He would drink
Yeah.
a bottle of vodka, then a bottle of scotch, then get a bottle of whiskey, then he'd
Yeah.
knock a bottle of rum. He would actually snort the alcohol.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, he died of alcoholism, and I wasn't there to witness it. But from what I hear, it's one of the worst, painful ways of dying.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard of a friend of mine who had a neighbor who was a chronic alcoholic, and she would go and check on him periodically and see if he was doing okay because he had pretty much professed that he was going to drink himself to death. Almost like that movie. Have you seen that movie Leaving Las Vegas with Nicolas Cage?
Yes, yeah.
Right. Same thing.
You
He
see
was
that?
just dead set that he was going to drink himself to death.
Well, you know, it's
And
funny.
she,
I think we discussed this on another stream regarding that movie.
right.
I think that his liver, he already knew he was doomed to death.
Yeah, we've
Nothing.
talked about this, Lee, and
Yeah,
I disagree. I don't think it
yeah.
had anything to do with that. I think, um, well, I mean, I can talk about the mindset of an
Well, because
alcoholic.
I know someone that was told if you stop drinking, you might live another 2, 3 years. You
Right,
drink,
right,
you got 6 months. So he went
right,
full force to die. That's it. I'm going to drink. I'm going to die in 2, 3 years. It doesn't matter if I drink,
right,
I don't
right,
drink. So I'm going to
right,
party and I'm going to drink. So he
right.
knew, and it happened. So
But
that's
I
why
can
I said,
guarantee you it was no party.
no, I
That
know.
is
But
a
that's why I see that movie in a
right,
different perspective than you do.
right. Yeah, I'll tell you, having the perspective of what it is to be in. Now, see, when I was in active alcoholism, I attended, every school function. The boys were in the orchestra, one was in the orchestra, the other ones were in the band. They had football, cheering, soccer. I mean, from the outside, I was nobody knew that I was an alcoholic. Nobody knew that, I would drink around the clock, literally. Um, yeah, it's and
Oh,
what I was going to say, well,
A
what they
lot of
what they
it's a lot of it's genetic, and I think a lot has to do. It's like with any addiction, like there's no switch to say stop.
well, there's no switch to stay stopped, but when you get to a place with that type of addiction where you can drink hard alcohol straight and not feel the effects. I mean, ultimately, that's what you're looking for. That's what you're
Mhm,
chasing.
mhm.
You're chasing that initial feeling
Right,
that you
like
thought when you first started to drink.
So you keep
And
drinking to try to achieve it.
I think when
exactly.
someone gets to alcoholism,
Well
they're
put.
drinking to survive and be normal. They're not even drunk anymore.
Well, I think everybody has a
Kind of.
different experience. I think that's what we're talking about,
Yeah.
right? Doesn't everybody use things for different reasons
Right.
and
Well,
hoping for a
I mean,
different outcome?
well, here's the thing is that once it's like smoking cigarettes. Once the nicotine is out of your system, your body is not craving that nicotine, but your lifestyle or what
A
your
habit.
habits are,
Mhm.
it's automatic. Even though you feel better almost instantly when you quit smoking, um,
It's the
everything
action, yeah, of doing it.
everything about it is a positive thing, yet your brain is telling you that you need I mean, think about it. You're telling yourself, wow, I could really use a cigarette right now, a nicotine infested, uh, you know, uh, poison, and you're actually craving it. Like you want to bring that into your body. How fucked up is that?
Yeah.
But see, people that don't smoke can't understand it. But there are people who have food addiction, sex addiction.
Well, right now I
Uh,
have a serious vape addiction. I mean, I just can't seem to stop. I mean, I did
well,
lower my nicotine intake, but it's still, I enjoy it. I don't even see myself quitting.
right.
So it's
Well,
rough.
like it just gives you like I can understand. Like I'm a naturally thin person. Okay, so when I see someone who's an overeater or making really shitty, choices, whatever, and the doctors are telling them you need to cut this out or that out, you're susceptible to diabetes or whatever, what have you, um, and they can't get it.
Hmm.
For me, it's not a problem. I'm actually in the opposite direction,
Hmm.
um, where I can, I mean, I get really too thin at times,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
so it's all relative, but again, it's sugar is one of the most addictive things on the planet.
Hmm.
It's in everything. It's
Well,
even
the
in
thing is,
cigarettes.
yeah, I mean, I don't think none of us are we're not really into sweets, right?
Hmm.
What's it,
No,
I
but I
mean,
think
there is
what she's
sugar,
saying, what she's
yeah,
saying is it's in everything.
yeah,
And I don't
this,
think we
Well,
realize how much we crave it.
yeah.
exactly until you cut it out.
Beth,
Carbohydrates,
Merry Christmas.
pasta.
Carbo. Yeah.
Hey, Beth.
Mm.
Merry Christmas. This is my daughter, G. Hi, Beth. Beth M. rolled in. Nice,
Wow, look at
Hey,
Beth.
nice of you to
Got
come, Beth.
five
I can't
eyes on
see
you.
chat, but
Yeah.
so yeah, it's a one day at a time for me. I'll be doing great. The last time that I picked up a drink, like I said, I had almost 3 years of sobriety, and
Congratulations.
well, that was then. I mean, this was before. This was the last time. I've had
Mm.
periods of sobriety. I've been trying to get and
Well,
stay sober.
listen, the idea is when you're trying to quit something, it's okay to fall off the wagon now and then. The
Well,
idea is, I think people beat themselves
But
up.
wait, I want to hear, what were you
Yeah.
going to say?
uh, well, what I was going to say, Lee, is that I have an opportunity to never fucking kill anybody behind the wheel of a car. And the last time that I got an OUI, and I didn't even remember buying a bottle or picking up a bottle. Never mind getting in my
Right, like everybody's
vehicle.
different. You know what I'm saying? Like
Wow.
she knows to save another life, she can't even have that one drink.
Wow.
But
So,
everybody's level of addiction is different. You may know a
Right.
different experience
so,
based on who you know,
wow.
but she knows
That's
herself.
intense, Black Eagle.
Yeah, tell me about it. Like
Not even
I,
know
Well,
you're,
that's terrifying to know you have that ability to black
and not
out.
even, yeah, and not even know that you actually got in a car in that condition.
oh
No
my
way.
God,
To
I'll tell you, when it started like sort of dawning on me, it was this weird phenomenon, I called it. Like I'd be sitting on my back porch, reading a book, drinking a couple of glasses of wine, real harmless, sitting in my back porch in the sun, reading a book, having a couple cigarettes, all by myself. And next thing you know, I would be at the bottom of the stairs going, what the fuck just happened?
Wow.
Like,
You really
like
did
I
black
would, right, my body was just rejecting. It didn't matter at that point, it didn't matter how much. It's not like I had been drinking hardcore all day. Um,
I had
and
a
that was
friend.
scary.
I had a friend that would black out every time she drank, but she was young, like in her 20s,
Yeah,
and she like didn't understand that we didn't get blacked out too. She like thought that's
right.
what would happen. And she doesn't drink at all anymore. And she would like
Now,
I thought she was lying at first. She's like, "I literally black out."
let
And
me
then
ask you, like, did it matter how much she drank?
I mean, I feel like she would have one drink, she already was getting kind of crazy, and then I would say if I
Mm,
drink 3, I would notice her eyes would like she was gone.
right.
So it wasn't much, but she was tiny too, and we were doing a lot of dancing and always like,
Yeah.
so you know what I mean? She didn't eat. A lot of my friends don't eat. They just drink and drink and drink, and they
Right,
purposely
right.
drink without food. It's crazy.
That is such a scary thing because I used to think, what if I just have a couple glasses of wine and then I run to the store, or if I just, jump in my car to run an errand or something where I'm not feeling like I'm any type of hazard on the road or anything, but that
Yeah.
what would happen if I would black out? I'll tell you what.
I never blacked out my whole life. I never. Did you?
That's scary.
I don't know.
It
There's
is.
something about me that I'm like when in my younger days. Of course, I drank. I mean,
Mhm.
used to go out partying, go discoing and clubbing and all, and then I
Mhm.
get up in the morning and go to work. As far as I recall, I never got to a point where I had a blackout. I always remember. In fact, people would ask me what happened all night
Mhm.
because I always would remember. I'd be the
Mm.
last one standing. I was
I'll
responsible.
tell you, it is such a weird feeling that I think about, and I don't know why I'm being so honest, but fuck it. Um,
Good.
I think about the possibilities of times that I could have killed somebody. If I were to ever pick up a drink and kill somebody, I would kill myself immediately.
Oh, God forbid.
You
It's
But
not
know.
going
right,
to happen.
yourself over an innocent
Yeah, I mean,
person.
that's very amicable.
Well, yeah.
Okay, Beth is about to fall asleep from a long day of cooking and family. Love you, ladies. Good night. Thank you, Beth, for coming in and showing support. It's a
Hey,
little
Beth.
tiny little itsy bitsy channel. Thumbs up, and thanks for your subscription.
So I have to say, Black Eagle, my mom's falling asleep. So we're
Yeah.
probably gonna wrap it up. But I want to say that it was so like this is not my world at all. You know what I mean? Like I don't even go on.
No.
Anytime I go
Sure.
on is to see her
Sure.
little videos she put up for me to watch.
Yeah, she's the only one that
Did my
does that.
hair look okay? Let me know about my lighting. So but you saw how I was when I came on. I was very like, why are you telling all these people all this stuff? Whatever.
Right, right.
So I'll say this really quickly. There's this podcast called Beautiful Anonymous. I don't know if you've heard of
Okay.
it. And the host is like an actor. He's a real, they're all actors. But people call in and they just want to talk. And it was what you just did, just talking. And he listens and he knows he's been doing the show for like 4
Well,
years.
I had thought of doing,
But I don't mean, sorry,
no, that's all right, darling.
because I know we want to wrap it up.
Yeah.
But no, I think because you were saying, I don't know why I'm being so honest. I think because people just wanted to talk
Yes.
and be heard, and
Yes, people want to be heard,
Yeah.
validated.
and I think it was nice, and it was a nice space to do that.
Yeah, I think it was really nice. And I had thought initially when I start a channel, but I never really got the channel going, Black Eagle. But
Mm.
like Dear Abby, like I wanted to be like a Dear Lee,
Sure.
because I think I've gotten lots of good advice to many, many
Mm.
The
people.
only difference is he
Yes.
doesn't give advice.
Yeah.
So you would be something different. He
Yeah.
literally just listens.
Yeah.
And then he knows the questions to ask to take them through their story.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
too.
it's really nice.
Well,
And what's nice?
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
No. I wanted to hear what you say. What else does he do? I want to know. Number one, I want to know that the name of the podcast. You said
Beautiful Anonymous.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down.
And if you have Spotify subscription, you can get it for free. Like every
Okay.
episode, because obviously he doesn't. If you're not subscribed, you just get an episode every so
And then if
often.
you happen to get it, it wouldn't hurt to say Lee R.D.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Sent
So
you,
it's
referred.
not anything like this.
No, I know,
Right,
but it
right.
could get me some subs.
No, you can't. That's what I don't think. It's not anything. It's not. So
But
like
honey,
the
people
world
could
I
be
listen to.
there.
No, you can't unless you email. Like
Yeah, but I mean, people that are there could
Mm.
still also be on YouTube as well.
yeah, he's not.
No, but some of his subs might be.
No,
Well,
I don't
he-
think there's no subs.
Okay.
Right. It's a whole different format.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll tell you, here's one of the things that I really believe in, and I believe in divine order. I believe with the amount of people on this planet, on YouTube, whatever it is that that we are going to gravitate towards, or we're going to connect with, more importantly, with the people that we're supposed to. Of all the people that I've met in different chat rooms, for some reason, it's only been a couple. It's been Pink, and there's been Lee,
Yeah, me
and
too.
then there's another woman that, where I feel like, I mean,
Comfortable.
enough that I feel comfortable enough to pick
Yeah,
up the
because I
phone and
remember in the beginning, I mean, you were shy. You didn't want to go on panels.
But
You
you
didn't want to
feel
talk.
you crossed paths with these people on purpose.
And yeah,
for
yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
I
And
mean, you're
who knows?
comfortable. Yeah, you're comfortable to come up on my panel and share, and I really
Right.
appreciate it.
Well, and
And I,
more
and I like
more
to
will
get
be,
to know you.
yeah, well, more will be, and I also believe like more will be revealed. Like I've watched Pink will put up because, and she's very open about it. I can say that, she has a son that's in and has been in
In
and
and
out of
out. Yes,
recovery.
and he's a good
And
boy.
oh, he's
He's
gorgeous.
a
And
great kid.
he's a beautiful person. Yeah. I just adore her. But
I do
anyway,
too.
through knowing her and a few things that she's posted, it's brought me to other places of just recovery, and because I know for myself, if I don't talk about it, like, all right, it's like when I quit smoking cigarettes. If I'm not bragging about it, I'm smoking. I don't know if that makes any sense to you.
No,
I
yeah, it
mean,
does.
if I'm not going, oh my God, I haven't smoked in a month or 2 months or whatever,
Mhm.
chances are
Well,
I'm smoking.
one of our addict friends who's been sober from that church, a friend of mine saw him recently, and he just kept saying how clean he is. He's never spoken about his sobriety ever.
Okay.
I didn't even know what he was recovering from.
Hmm.
And they went out to lunch. He was acting super weird, and that's what he kept saying. He goes, "I'm so clean. I go to every meeting. I've been, make sure you tell people that I haven't been using. Make sure," like he was like overly
Yeah.
doing it.
Well, I mean, for me at this point in my life, um, just being honest. I mean, it's not easy to say. I mean, I think that you and I have talked a little bit about it, Lee, but I have an OUI that I haven't even had to pay the consequences for 2 years ago. I'm still waiting to find out if I have to go into the local jail around here for 7 fucking days.
What
Yeah,
is
And
but
then
what does the OUI stand for?
operating under the influence.
Operating under the
Yeah,
influence.
the last time that I had a slip, or whatever you want to call it, the last time that I broke my sobriety and picked up a drink, again, don't even remember
it's
consciously
scary.
going and buying
Scary.
a bottle, you know. So I still haven't had to answer for that, legally. And
And that could put a toll on a lot of things.
well, it's going to be an experience, that's for
Yeah.
sure. I'll have to scratch
No,
that
I've
off
known
my
people that
bucket
have
list.
had DUIs, and it's and I've seen
I know,
people
but
get.
to be 57 years old, and but again, if I don't remember anything about that day. And I mean,
That's scary.
well, I'll tell you, alcoholics, addicts were very selfish people. Um, they call it the ism, the I, self, and me of the disease.
Hmm.
Um, and you got to you have to really look at yourself in the mirror, because that's part of the disease as well. We drink, we want to cover things up, we don't want to feel, and to be brutally honest, it's been an embarrassment to my children.
Um,
I mean, they're grateful that I'm sober and that I don't drink anymore, and they've known me in
are you
various
afraid that
stages.
you might go off the cliff and start drinking? I mean, are you
Lee,
afraid something could happen where you
no,
go,
Lee,
that's it?
I'll tell you what, I don't ever want to kill anybody, so I don't ever have to.
Because you know that you could potentially get in a car, not remember you got in it,
Right,
so you go blackout. So
right.
you
I
must.
mean, that's just one thing that can
Yeah.
happen in a blackout. Um,
That's definitely genetic. It's definitely
well, I think
genetics involved.
Well, it hasn't always been like that. I was the one that could drink everybody. I mean, I
Well,
mean,
in
I
the
could.
beginning,
Oh, your body is reacting differently
yeah,
now.
in the beginning,
Exactly.
when we're young, we're all like that. But then it
Sure.
reaches a certain point where, the
Yeah.
genetics kick in, and the little click that says stop, that's enough, is not there. And I
Well,
really believe a lot
it's,
is genetic.
but here's the deal. The deal is that it's a disease that I can do something about. There are
Let me
people
ask you
that
this: was your
diagnosed with a disease
because
every day.
I
They can't just not do something and then not have breast cancer.
right, but
Did you hear
if,
what she said?
you could not do something again. But my
Right.
question was, because my brain's jumping ahead. I apologize. What did you mention that your mother? Were you born with alcohol syndrome? Were you
Oh my
born with?
God. Alcohol syndrome, acid syndrome.
That's how
She
you
was
were
a
born.
Yeah, she was a 60s child, and she
So yeah.
she
So
didn't
she drank
curtail,
through your pregnancy.
drank,
She
did
was
acid,
60s. She
smoked
did acid.
cigarettes.
She
Yep,
did
everything.
marijuana potentially. She
She
did
was a
pot
flower
every
child.
day.
Yeah,
Yeah. So you were born addicted.
right.
Yeah. So that's
But
what
what
we.
she's saying is she could do something about
Of
it.
course, she is doing something about it,
Yeah.
I'll
and that
tell you,
takes a
I
lot
know
of
you guys
strength.
got to get going, but I'll tell you, I don't know if I've told you this, Lee. I'll tell you the first time that that I drank, and the very first time that I drank, I was in seventh grade, and my parents, they had been, they always, my parents were pretty eccentric. My dad decided he wanted to learn to make wine, and so he learned how to make wine, and he made it, and it had to sit for a long time, and it was in this cider vinegar jug. Okay. And there was this contraption at the top of it that, for whatever reason, that kept track of the yeast or this or that or whatever it takes to make wine. I don't know. But in order to get it out of the jug, you had to siphon it because the sediment on the bottom of it would get fucked up or something like that. Pardon my language.
Sure.
Anyway, so he had made this wine and it had to sit for a long time. And I remember going, God, when is that wine going to be ready? And my father was like, Sarah, what? First of all, it'll be ready when it's ready. And secondly, it's not for you. You're
Right.
12 years old. I'm obsessing about waiting for the wine just out of the blue. And
Wow.
so the first time, so it was finally ready. And like I said, they had to siphon it to
That
get it to
stuff
come
is
out.
strong. That
What
homemade
does
wine,
siphon it mean?
like
You know,
sift it,
like if you
like
would
a
with a tube, you had to, I
Um,
don't even, like if you had to siphon gas out of something.
mhm.
Um, so anyway, so the day that I set it up in my head, so I stayed home sick one day because I wasn't feeling well. My mom used to watch this soap opera, and there was a woman on there that was an alcoholic.
Oh God.
Anyway, I was going to stay home and I was going to drink with Catherine Chancellor from this soap opera. And I did. And the only
12
reason,
years old.
12 years old, shit, man, I used to steal my parents' car and drive it around when I was 12 too.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the only reason that I know that it was a blackout, because I'll never forget it, I remember sitting in the recliner and my mom had come home. And I remember looking up going, Mom, when did you get home? And she said, Sarah, I've been talking to you for the last half an hour. Where have you been?
That's scary.
And you were having a
And you were
full
First,
only
conversation
12.
with her?
She was only 12.
I guess I had full conversation with her that I didn't even know.
Your niece's age,
That's
your
crazy.
granddaughter's age.
Yeah,
So that's early.
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I'm very sorry.
Hey,
The Black
it's
Eagle's
But it's
very
part of your
severe.
story.
Yeah, it's part of your story.
well, I have better stories. Maybe we'll share sometime.
Yeah, no, I'll do. I'm gonna try and go live maybe once a week, a little more
Oh,
often.
that would be awesome. I
Yeah.
adore you. I think you're
Oh,
just
thank
great.
you,
I
darling.
really
Oh,
do.
Thank
isn't
you.
she
Oh,
fabulous?
am I great?
Oh,
My daughter loves me. It means something, right?
Yeah.
Right?
hey,
Right?
it's been a
Right?
real treat, a real treat.
Real treat. You get to see my daughter. I have one daughter.
She's
This is it.
absolutely gorgeous.
This is
Absolutely
my
gorgeous. She's
Thank
beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, much love, much light
Thank you
to you
for
both.
coming up and joining us.
Yes. And
And I hope
I'll
you had
give
a
you
Merry Christmas.
thank you. I'll
Yes.
give you a call after the
Yeah,
holidays, Lee.
we'll talk during the week. I
Sounds
did
good.
text Pink that I was going live. So I think she's probably working a double shift. My sister's also a registered nurse and she's doing a double shift. So probably Pink's doing a double shift or she'd be here. So,
Right. Well,
but I'm
we'll have to.
here.
Well, that will be fun one night. Maybe all of us
I'm
can
gonna
do
try
that.
and I gotta get consistent and go one night, same time. And because listen, I've always felt there's many wonderful people in this community, and I love your stories and the things you talk about, and your struggle is real, and you should be so proud of yourself of what you've accomplished in 3 years. And
Oh, that's very nice of
it's
you.
just one day at a time, girlfriend. That's just the way it rolls.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about it.
That's all.
In all walks of life, in all parts of life,
Absolutely, absolutely. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna
Well,
say goodnight. I could talk to you
yes.
tomorrow. Believe it or not, I'm almost kind of gonna fall asleep. My daughter's tapped me on the leg. I'm listening to everything you've said, though. I haven't ignored anything, but we've had a long day, haven't we, darling?
Mhm.
And she's drove, a long time to get here. So
Very
we'll go
nice.
live again, right?
Okay, sounds great.
My daughter wants to come live with me now and then. What do you think?
I think that would be great. I think you should do that. I think you should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And I
many
like
people.
that you had a topic as well, which we did veer from that, but
We veered, but we'll do it again, right, Gigi?
Yeah.
We're gonna do it again.
Mhm.
I mean, after all,
All right, we gotta go.
I'm gonna find out your name, Gigi. I'll
Oh
let you
no,
know.
no, no.
no, no, no.
I don't want. I know you're paranoid. Don't
Well,
worry about it.
that's the whole thing with
It's her
this.
fault. She's acting all like free about it, but it's her fault that I'm all paranoid. That's why, yes, the child becomes the parent.
Child becomes
The child becomes the parent.
The
There you
idea
go.
is you are a public figure.
I'm a public figure, but not. My mother has told me about the wackiness that goes on in
Yeah,
this
this
part.
community we're in,
I'm not in your little.
Black Eagle. We're gonna do.
I'm in butterflies and rainbow land.
She is sunshine, lollipops,
Yeah,
and
I
rainbows,
don't
everything.
partake in any of that crap.
That's
Yeah,
her life.
I don't. Yeah, I know it's the drama community, but black don't do drama. I don't do drama.
No, see,
Yeah.
the
I'm
people really, most of the birds of a feather
too
flock
old for
together.
that shit.
I have a
Right.
small community, and it's great people. Pink has a great community. You're part of this great Beth M that rolled in. She's cool.
Well, your little community can get a little text from you, and then you can click. Then you can give like information, Instagram, and whatever. But
No,
not
I'm not.
on
I'm
here.
not doing. I don't do Instagram. I don't
No,
do Twitter.
for me,
I don't do
if you want to
Facebook.
share your daughter,
No, I will
I'm
not.
saying not on
I will
here.
not share my daughter.
She's hearing me all wrong. 'Cause
No,
we're half
she doesn't
asleep.
understand. I call her by her nickname. Nobody could find her,
All right.
so I don't call you
Well, it
by
was
your real.
wonderful talking to you.
Well, I
To
call her
you as well.
Gigi.
To
She
you
said
as well.
She's bored, but that's not her name.
Not her name.
That's
I'm
not your
just
name.
kidding.
right.
Gigi works just perfectly.
She's,
All right, much.
she's been Gigi since she's born.
All right.
Black
There you
Eagle,
go.
sleep tight, and I can't thank
Yes.
you for coming up
Hey,
and
much
joining
love.
us. And
Much love to
I
you
have
both.
your number, so when I go live again, I'll text you. I'll text Pink, and we'll do more chatting.
Sounds great. All
All
right.
right.
Okay. Good night.
Good night. Love you, Black
Love
Eagle.
you right back, darling.
God bless.
Yeah, you're still on. I know. And broadcast. Oh, that's what you should have pressed earlier to put the screen away.
That would have put my avatar up. But we're ending our broadcast. This is my daughter Gigi. This is Lee and G. We'll try and go live once in a while to show mother and daughter relationships. And then maybe we'll get some parents in here that maybe perhaps are having issues. Black Eagle came up. It was very, very interesting and enjoyable. We did veer a little bit off the topic.
A lot of it.
But we this is what we're working on because there are many mothers out. Listen, I have a lot of friends that have daughters and have sons They don't call their mother. They don't see their mother. They don't care about their mother. They don't care about their father. You know, in some countries like Japan and China, older people are revered. Okay, they're bowed to. They're taken care of. Many people today don't care about their mother and father. They only care about themselves. I am blessed that I have a daughter here that cares about me. You know, I'm not going to take advantage of that. I'm going to be as independent as long as I can. But I'm going to get old where I can't walk around one day. And at least I know my daughter has assured me that she will be there to support me and make sure I'm not living in the street like so many people in California. So I'm blessed in that sense, right? In fact, your brother said, Mom, when you get old, you're living with me. I said, never. Your sister's taking me. And that's it. So I'll end with that. But I want the Lord to take me. Hopefully that'll work out that way, right? And then I'll save a place for all of you when I get to heaven. Good night, everyone. Hope you all had a wonderful Merry Christmas. Good night, Gigi. Just say good night, Mom. Come on. Good night. Signing off. Over and out. Hope you had a wonderful Merry Christmas.
Oh my gosh, Mom, this is your third goodbye.
Or Hanukkah.
Hanukkah's over.
Everybody. How you like the hat I got for Christmas, everyone? Please leave a comment. Please leave a comment.
Gosh, you're never hanging up.
Please leave a comment. And subscribe. Don't cost anything.
You need to have like a thing you say at the end. You're like dragging it out.
You know I always
And you just
do
hit your
that.
ring 3 times, Mom. It's too much.
Ending broadcast right now.
You realize
1,
how silly
2,
this is.
10, 9.
You just went from
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Let's see if you really
1.
hang up.
Out.
No, you're still there.
What?
Oh my gosh.
And the broadcast.